I like doing reaction content. My favorite kind is when there is something dramatic. My girlfriend's gotten me addicted to reality TV shows and to lolcows, watching people like King Cobra JFS. But you can't guarantee a Minecraft accusation, for instance. So, how do I hone that reaction craft? How do I grind if there's no meat available? Well, Reddit has various subforums where people can put forward situations akin to a call-out video. One of them is Am I the Asshole?, in which people, in a way, call themselves out, or at least question themselves, and put forward a situation that occurred, and then leave it to the community to decide whether they are an asshole or not. I'm better than any Redditor, so forget community judgment. We can look at these posts and then judge for ourselves as individuals if we think they're an asshole or not. And that can be a way to practice this kind of drama react almost endlessly. Is it going to be fun? Maybe. Maybe not. It's like an FPS aim trainer, but for rape accusations. Granted, those don't really occur here. What you will see instead is something like, Am I the asshole for treating my female friends the exact same way I treat my male friends? You mean forcing anal sex onto them? No. That title has basically all the information. This takes a course you might not expect. This isn't going to be about rough housing or rough language. Wait for it. Wait for it. That title has basically all the information. It extremely does not. If I'm friends with someone, I treat them all the same. It came up because I became interested in a girl from our friend group. When a bunch of us would go out, I might pick her up and drop her off. I might pick up her tab for that night. At that point, we were still just friends, and I was fine with that. Sure, that's called trying to court someone. We did eventually start dating, and we were together for about 5 months. After we broke up, we remained friends. However, I no longer did the stuff I did before we started going out. I would say, obviously, because you're not trying to impress her and show her that you have feelings or are interested, of course. Obviously, her and a few of the other girls said I was an asshole for acting different with them when sex wasn't on the table. This is like no child support. This is like dating alimony. This is like you fed a bird in your garden, now you need to feed it for the rest of your life. Hey, you used to pay for dinners for me. You invited me out and you'd pay for dinners. Then we dated, and then just because I stopped dating you, you're not going to pay for all my dinners? Pay for all my stuff, or you're an asshole. Forever. I said that I was treating all of my friends, male and female, the exact same way, and that yes, when I was pursuing a relationship, I went out of my way for that person. I asked them how often they picked up the tab for myself or any of the guys, or how many times they offered to pick one of us up and drop us off. They said that wasn't the point, and that I'm just being nice to get sex. What's the strat then? If you're interested in someone, you can't be extra nice to them, because that's manipulation. Okay? That's abuse. Or you have to go above and beyond for every woman. If you're going to go above and beyond for one. Now, unfortunately, this fun ninja individual responds to that with, no shit, that's what I was taught to do. That's not the play. Don't go, no shit, I'm just being nice to get sex. No, I was indicating my interest. That was my way of trying to make an impression on someone who I feel a certain way about and try to convince them to spend more time with me. That's what I was taught to do. Be polite and respectful. Yeah, so he does clarify Siffy, but remember, he's posting this on Reddit. That's getting clipped. Not clipped, that's getting quoted. Okay? The impact, that's going to be a foghorn. The next bit isn't going to get heard. Be polite and respectful. I don't do random hookups, one-night stands, or friends with benefits. Am I the asshole? Once again, this is one of those incredible posts where it's like, After dating someone and taking them on dates and buying them gifts, I didn't commit to buying them gifts for the rest of their life. Am I a bad person? Obviously not an asshole. But again, what does Reddit say? Will they be reasonable? Not the asshole. I am a 59-year-old woman and still do things to get sex. It's more complex, of course, but these women, stop calling them girls, are wrong. Found something to get them on. Are wrong. It is natural to treat someone different when you are courting them. It's correct for you to treat your friends equally. Nice. Thank you for correcting girls to women. I mean, they are acting like little girls, not a grown-ass woman. So call it how I, as a woman, see it. Kind of based. Am I the rapist? That should be a subreddit. Let me check real quick if it is. I feel like it might be. This community, reddit.com/r/am I the rapist was banned 5 months ago. Oh! No Independence 9170. There is one You're the Asshole post. You weren't treating the women and men the same. You were plying one girl in the hopes she would think you were a nice guy. You aren't. Damn. Right. He was treating her differently because he was interested in her. If he wanted to fuck one of the guys, you don't think he would have treated that guy more nicely? He was treating her different because of his interest in her in particular. Not because she's a woman. We're on to the next one. Okay. This one I like a lot. This one I want to believe is absolutely real. Am I the asshole for grounding my daughter for ruining our vacation? This is a formula that makes me suspect reality. When the title frames it as an obvious scenario where you're not in the wrong, but then there's a lot of detail in the post that make it seem like it's something else, this makes it seem to me like someone is coping over something that is real. My husband, 15-year-old daughter, and stepkids, 13 and 16, and I, just came back from a 2-week vacation. My daughter is very smart. And is very good at a lot of things. She's also very competitive. My husband is also very competitive. The Dementoid vibes are immaculate. Just crystalline. My daughter started off this vacation by telling my husband there was Sudoku on the plane and explaining how to play. He didn't know that she's been playing Sudoku for months. She's a shark. She's a Sudoku shark. She made a bet with him that if she finishes the hardest level first, he'd buy her Wi-Fi for the flight, and if he finished first, she'd share a bed with his younger daughter on the trip. His younger daughter was complaining about sharing with his oldest because she kicks and sleeps in the middle of the bed. She beat him and pestered him until he bought the Wi-Fi. Copium. To be angry, this is... My husband is a dumb motherfucker and I punished my daughter for it. My husband is like emotionally stunted, is a child in an adult's body. Am I the asshole for taking this out on my daughter? My husband loses at games to a small child. Am I the asshole? When we got there, she challenged him to races on land and in the pool. She's won medals at state track meets and has been swimming since she was 2. Every day she'd challenge him to something, win, and he'd have to buy her something from the resort or local shops. Holy shit. This daughter is the next president of the... a future president of the United States, is what I'm seeing. My husband was getting sick of losing. My husband would come back to our chateau every night and smash his balls with a hammer in anger at how many times my daughter beat his ass at game. I can't believe my daughter made him do this. I can't believe she forced my grown husband to do this. I love that she doesn't specify the husband's age. Imagine if it was like my husband, 17. No. Husband was getting sick of losing and my stepdaughters were upset that their dad was buying her stuff and not them. Not only did she repeatedly destroy your husband, she cucked her step-siblings out of vacation treats? Holy, this girl fucking rules. You're the asshole for grounding her. I'm surprised you were able to ground her and she didn't lure you into some sort of Faustian bargain. I'm surprised you were able to ground your daughter, to be honest. I'm surprised you didn't end up selling your soul or ownership of your house. I told my daughter she either couldn't compete with her stepdad or she had to let him win. Holy shit. She decided to tell her stepdad that she wasn't allowed to compete with him anymore because he couldn't handle losing. Your husband isn't a man anymore. She utterly emasculated your husband. She destroyed him. It's over. It's done. This made them start to argue, so I told her that if she didn't keep it up, she'd be grounded to the resort for the rest of the trip, a little over a week at this point. Right, not only are you the asshole for punishing your daughter, you're also like a rapist because your husband is clearly not mentally present enough to consent to being in a relationship. Okay? There's something wrong with your husband. Yeah, I accidentally clicked on reddit.com/amitheretard. Holy. She decided to test me, so I stuck to my word and she was left at the resort, while the rest of us went out every day. Oh no, being trapped in a luxury resort. I bet that you know what? Given the rest of this post, I bet they were forcing the daughter to go on shitty trips, and when she just wanted to stay in the resort, and this was actually 5D chess to not have to go on the outings again. At this point, I truly believe it must have been 5D chess to get to stay at the resort. The vacation was much more enjoyable without her turning everything into a competition. But she told her dad when she got back that we grounded her, and he's mad at me now. Wait, she told her dad when she got back, that we grounded her, and he's mad at me now for leaving her there and excluding her from the vacation because my husband couldn't act like an adult. She even got her revenge for it. I told him my daughter was warned to stop, but she decided to test me, and now he's forcing her to stick to the custody schedule. Technically, I have her every other weekend, but he was letting her go back and forth whenever she wanted, and is threatening to go to court for child support and back pay. Don't mess with this girl! Am I the asshole for grounding her for ruining the vacation? You trifled with a god! 1, you are the asshole. 2, you trifled with an actual god. You disrespected her, and now she's going to financially destroy you via her father going to court for child support and back pay. Oh my god. Not only that, it's vengeance for a grounding that she clearly architected because she wanted to stay at the resort. Wow. Future President of the United States. You're spinning a narrative about 5D chess, bro. It's called comedy, I'm orange. It's called comedy. None of this is real, okay? You ready? Am I the asshole for getting mad at my parents for focusing on my dead grandma when it's my birthday? Now, I already included the disclaimer. It's on Reddit, so it's not true. But we're going to pretend it's real. I have a feeling it might be hard to pretend it is. This is some like Harry Potter level familial abuse and disrespect. Title makes me sound like the asshole. Not necessarily, but I want outside opinions. I mean, if you interpret the title as meaning, the title could allow for it. Like if your grandma died that day. It's maybe understandable that might take precedence depending on how close you are. However, to start off, my grandma and I shared a birthday. Do you feel it? Also, 17-year-old. I'm 17 and my grandma and I shared a birthday. She was my favorite person and I loved that we shared a birthday together. She always got me the best stuff. Sadly, she died 4 years ago, a month before our birthday. I was 13 and heartbroken. We didn't celebrate my birthday because it brought too many emotions. Sure. The 4 years ago that it happened, She dies a month before her birthday, and her birthday's on your birthday. It's conceivable that the kid probably didn't want to celebrate it either, right? We didn't celebrate my birthday because it brought too many emotions. I was fine with this because I was grieving as well, and I didn't want to celebrate without her. Sure, that makes sense, right? For that 1 year. Well, this happened the second year as well. I get that it was a year, so it was fine. No, that's weird. The year afterwards, probably do something on the anniversary of her death. I will admit that I expected a make-up birthday on a different day, but it never came. What? Grandma deleted my birthday. Maybe this is like a death curse. You know, in a lot of fantasy, like you can, while you're dying, you can curse someone. Did this grandma delete his birthday? Like she overwrote the birthday permanently and she's dead, so you can't have it. I expected a make-up birthday, but it never came. Everyone else had their birthday and got amazing gifts and parties and whatnot. The third year, I actually set up a bunch of plushies that my grandma loved and a picture of her on our dining room table, so she could celebrate with us in memory. This is damage done to the child. This is a damaged child. The morning of my birthday, I came downstairs and was immediately scolded for, quote, trying to have fun on a sad day. This stretches belief, okay? This stretches the boundaries of my belief. Okay, Harry Potter, did you also have to sleep under the stairs? I went back up to my room without saying anything and played Zelda Breath of the Wild for the rest of the day. Treatment deserved for playing such a product. Anyway, my birthday was within the last week, not specifying for safety reasons. I think that's specific enough for anyone who's going to try and come after you, brother, by the way. And my parents told me to get dressed in something smart because we were going somewhere special. Oh my god, this is so good. Real or not, this is incredible. This is like, hey, we're going to Disneyland, and then the car rocks up at the dentist. I was super excited because I thought that my family would finally acknowledge me on my birthday. After about a 20-minute drive, we reached a garden that my grandma loved. It was her. Oh, true. I mean, it is fair, Fabre. People who are demented and abusive exist, and demented abusive people do stuff like this. So, you know. My counter to that is that this is on Reddit. Counterpoint, so I'm Orange says, do you think this person ever communicated with their family over this issue? The first occurrence was when they were 13, right? Okay. And there's someone raised by people who behave like this. I don't think if this is real, you can expect that to be the kind of person who could sort this out with their family, right? The whole family was there when we arrived. Siffy, calm down, it's okay. It's alright. But there were no happy faces. Turns out, we went there to be sad. To just sit in silence. No one even said hello to me. I had enough and yelled at them all and accused them of not caring about me anymore. I went on a rant. Lots of my words probably weren't coherent because of how upset I was. I went on a rage seizure at my grandma's favorite garden in memory of her death on my birthday. Let's go. After I had finished yelling, I went back to our car and sat next to it, after forgetting the keys. I think there's enough spaghetti here that this could be real. I think this person has spilled enough spaghetti on themselves that this could be real. Ever since then, I've received a load of messages from the family members of whom I have the numbers of, all telling me I'm an asshole. I asked my friends, but they've shared their dislike for my family, so they're probably biased. I just want an outside opinion. So am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for being upset that my birthday's been deleted? And my parents basically pranked me into thinking I was going to have a nice birthday, but then we went and cried somewhere? Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. They are focusing on the dead and forgetting about the living. That's not why. That's not why. It's a bit more demented than that. It's severely more demented than that. Oh, look at this genius Redditor. On everyone's birthday, tell your parents you are going to the cemetery. If they ask why, tell them that they have set the tone on all birthday celebrations, not just yours. You are just following their lead. Oh, they ruined your birthday? Better eat dog shit in front of them. They won't be able to enjoy their birthday cake then.